Chat, 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 chat,
Hello,
chat,
Darwin.
chat, chat,
Hello.
chat.
I quit. Yeah. hmm hmm Yeah. Yeah. Chat reminded me. Um, one of our viewers, our long-term viewers, wanted to have a moment of silence for Daft Punk. As many know, Daft Punk recently posted a video and they have disbanded. So, Ren, would you be willing to join me in a moment of silence for Daft Punk? It's been about a moment, and I think Daft Punk would want us to keep on grooving. They are French. Grooving in French. First person in the chat. That's true. They are currency. You know, what a wise thing. The Mesopotamians really are geniuses. Feared Buckle says, I can't hear the wise old Ren. Wait, I can't hear Ren. Hold up, give me a second. Oh, I can hear you. Give me a second, I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna check out stream. Chat, I didn't kill him. He's here. He's talking to me. Chat, I didn't kill him. Here. He's talking to me. Oh. So to
Hello.
say what
Okay,
Ren's
there we go.
saying,
Jesus.
Ren was Ren's audio capture died.
It did. I'm back. Woo!
Chat
Yes.
is celebrating the return of Ren.
They
Who
are.
wouldn't?
I know, right? Oh,
And
welcome, Dr. Kip.
Dr. Kips, it's wonderful. Also, as you can see, Ren has added the video archive onto the stream. So if any of you miss any streams, it's there. If you need to go back and look at any chapters, you know, I don't know why you would, but you could.
Yeah. That is a thing you can now do. Well, you
It's a
could
thing.
before, but now you can click an easy link.
I know. It's beautiful. It's simple, elegant, wonderful. I'm just gonna list adjectives.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good list of adjectives, if I do say myself.
1, 2, 3. Great adjective.
Yeah. Well, think about it, right? You can get an infinite number of adjectives just by listing ordinal numbers.
Well, you can also say, you know, like, is 3 halves an adjective?
That is a good
Because then
question.
you have an infinite, uncountably infinite number of adjectives.
Well, I mean, that is true. But I don't know well, that's weird, right? Because, like, you can say one half of a thing, and there it's kind of a modifying word, but is it an adjective?
True. Also, chat says if you get to 20, you get a Darwin nick. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Nice.
Pay up, chat. Pay up.
There you go. Amazingly.
Put my Venmo.
Ooh, Sakram Salma has listed a few new adjectives. Amazingly, yellow, red, blue, green, white, black, purple, red again. Blue, 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 blue.
Thank you, chat.
There we go. That's a list of all the adjectives I know.
Oh, and poor.
Oh, poor. Yes. I'm so sorry, Sakram Salma. I can't forget poor. Can't forget about poor. It's too important these days, you know. Just like John Marsh. Well, no, that's the thing, right? So if he were poor, would he be afraid of himself? And so is he poor?
Probably. I wouldn't want to answer that question because I think we can't break the world.
That's true. We can't.
Just like John Marsh.
Can't
Yeah.
break the immersion. Yeah. Well, I think, you know, I have a real doozy of a chapter here.
Now, tell me, what was your inspiration for this chapter here?
My inspiration, you see, is that I couldn't think of any ideas, so I went for an old one.
You went for an old one.
I didn't have any new ideas, so I used one of my old ones.
Oh no.
Yeah, not in the book, but just, you know, in general. Yes, this video is brought to you by George House Orange Chicken. Thank you for reminding me, Sakram Salma.
Yes. This video is brought to you by George House Orange Chicken. Only the finest of Pan-Asian food. John Marsh be like talking the pennies out of homeless cup.
Yeah, I could see him doing that. You gotta
The
work
thing
for
is,
your money, in his opinion.
he would justify it in a different way. Feared Buckle 77, the owner of the one and only George House Orange Chicken, brought to you by George House Orange Chicken, the finest Pan-Asian cuisine specializing in Americanized Chinese food, especially the orange sauced chicken.
Yes, absolutely true. I have definitely tasted
wonderful.
it. I have
Wonderful food.
definitely tasted it, and it is great. Put that on the blurb.
In all seriousness, Ren, I need to bring you to George House at some point.
Oh, is it good?
Maybe I could. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I've never been, so I can't say.
I mean, it's like, it's really good Chinese food. I mean, what can I say? That's always good.
Once the pandemic
Once
is
the
over.
pandemic is over,
That,
of course.
That is.
I mean, we can always get takeout and just.
Yeah.
We should all go to George House. Yeah, I mean, we gotta fund, local businesses.
Absolutely, that'll be fun.
Big thing.
Yeah, and visit Hannibal Hamlet. Oh yeah, because Marcos, you've never seen my face.
That's true. Sakram Salma has still never seen Ren's face.
You never have.
It's a very limited list of people who have seen Ren's face.
Yeah.
By limited list, I mean everybody who used to go to John's house.
Yeah. You know what, Sakram Salma, just for you, I think if we ever do meet in person, I'm going to wear a plastic bag over my face.
Instead of the stream that day, you should just record the takeout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Why not?
Might as well. And you know what?
We could do
while I'm driving, Kenyon can just read the book.
We could do a vlog.
Oh no, are we the vlog brothers now, but not brothers?
We're like a masked vlog. I pop in your car. We drive down to George House. We get food. We drive to my house, eat in the backyard.
Yeah.
All appropriately.
Are we
all
wearing
lovely.
balaclavas? But we also have crowbars.
Well, that would just be silly.
Fine.
What am I, a Trouble in Terrorist Town player?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I know I am.
Oh, that's true.
They could be anywhere.
You never know, chat. Well, to stop.
Yeah, stop dawdling.
To stop dawdling, we have important chapters to get to. Chapter 11, big chapter.
Yes, after chapter 10.
Yeah.
Well,
any chapter.
Celery.
Dr.
Welcome.
Celery. Welcome. Live action John Marsh. This is what we want to hear.
Oh no. Oh no. And, to go along with the chapter today, the game I will be playing is a black screen.
Oh, how wonderful.
No, it
My
is
favorite one, personally.
The Outer Wilds, whenever you see it. Do you see it?
I see it.
That's good.
Soccer Psalm was losing it.
Oh, why is he losing it?
He's screaming in chat. He, in fact, loves this.
Loves this game?
Wake up. We got a city to burn. Chat says, oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Alright,
Chat is celebrating.
nice. Well, I will get to this.
Soccer Psalm says, hi.
Yes, hello, oh,
Why are you saying wake up, chat? What's the waking up for?
wake up.
Ah.
The game starts, you have to wake up.
Ah.
Whee. The fun bit, right? I don't even remember what I have to do. So, just gotta...
I mean, you're just in a spaceship. That's what
I'm
you're
in a spaceship. I don't think I'm going to the Twins. But where am I going? I could go to Brittle Hollow. You know what? Let's go to the worst one. Is it out
Chat
this-
says podcast, John
That is true, we are a podcast. Allegedly.
Marsh, what do you... well, Ren? Chat, are we lagging? Are we all good?
Just
Am I lagging? Is everything alright? Just making sure before I dive right in.
I have to turn
Editors.
down the audio.
Ah.
Because it's a bit loud, I think. There
Well,
we go.
Ren, your taste is... Chat says checkmark.
Check- Okay.
Not... Spelled out, too. Thank you, Sakura Soma.
Gotta fly around the sun, don't wanna get caught in there.
Debatable.
Yeah. Well,
Chat says we're Gucci. Alright,
Great.
well... Chapter 11. I was riding from the thrill of success. Why hadn't anyone ever told me how greatly freeing driving was? The next few hours were a haze of honking horns and flashing red lights. Nobody would get in the way of me solving this case, not even the United States government. And his anti-government sentiments are back?
Yeah, well, I mean, when your main enemy is the IRS, how can you be pro-US government?
We're 3 sentences in and he's already talking about the IRS. It was still dark when I arrived at the place, a small farm complex consisting of a barn at the back, a few sheds scattered about, and the rest occupied by large swaths of growing plants. Strangely, I got the feeling whatever they were growing wasn't corn. It was remote enough that I couldn't make out the minor details in the night sky. Dim stars and patterns that I had never seen before were readily available. As I grew up, my mother had told me to be cautious. Any one of them could be a red satellite waiting to gun you down. Somehow,
again, you're cutting out a little bit.
No! Ah! Fuck.
Alright. You're good
My
there.
Am I good? That's
You
my-
never
that's my
like
speech.
you never like went away, but
Mhm. Just cutting out.
yeah.
Am I cutting out still?
Now you're fine.
Okay, cool. Anyway. As I grew up, my mother had told me to be cautious around the stars. Any one of them could have been a red satellite waiting to gun me down. Somehow, though, this populous night sky felt safer than it ever had before. The earlier excitement began to wear away as I slowly pulled up the drive towards the barn. There's one question burning in my mind as I approached. What could these people know? Furthermore, what did I need from them? I had already found Schulman's body, or at least what I presumed to be her body. I had uncovered some kind of connection between her and the Guideman's group. I knew that the IRS was, without a doubt, tracking my activities. They were somehow mixed up in all of this, possibly as the ones who killed her. If there was any guidesman at this place, it would establish a pattern. But a pattern of what? Usually I'm prepared with questions and theories pertaining to a case. There are so many variables to consider here. From the first time since my service, I was feeling overwhelmed. I think this is a humbling moment for John, in a way.
You know, it very well could be. I don't know if
We're
he's
seeing
ever
an
felt
ego-
humble before.
We're seeing an egocentric idiot be humble. How wonderful. Now, I wonder, what was overwhelming him in his service? That's a big question.
That is a good question. Anything, probably.
True. Probably the fact that he wasn't getting a warm glass of milk.
You know, that could very well be it.
My thoughts in silent panic were quickly interrupted by the sound of tapping on the car window. I looked over and saw a tall, lanky man bending down to look at me. The doors of the barn just a few yards away were slightly ajar. Soft light was streaming out through them. The man motioned for me to roll down the window. I did so. "John," he said, "is that you? How did he know my name?" "Oh, man," the man continued. "It's been so long, man. How you been?" Last people to know my name before meeting me with the IRS, so I had a bit of suspicion. Of course, the IRS had locked me in a chair while this guy was just talking to himself about me. Either way, I was only keeping my Krav Maga hand down. The man began to laugh. "Oh man, you haven't changed a day. Back in school, when someone's low to you, you just sit there thinking and thinking. Thinking prevents understanding, man. I told you back and I'm telling you then, and I'm telling you now. High school? Had I really met this person before?" "Say," the man said, "why don't you come inside? We should catch up." He extended his hand through the car's open window. Took a moment to make sure he wasn't holding any electrical zapper or anything, then shook it. "Cool, man, let's go." He opened the car door and pulled me up to my feet. He then began to walk towards the barn's open door. I followed, minorly confused. That had been much easier than I thought. There seemed to be some kind of party going on inside the barn. On the far side, there were tables with vast displays of food and drink, with people coming, plating, and going as they did. There was a scattering of tables throughout the barn floor. The room was abuzz with dozens of conversations. I tried to listen to them, maybe gain some information, but it was impossible. I gathered something about someone's stuffed rabbit collection, how one man's girlfriend cheated on him, how another's dentist was trying to poison him. None of it really meant anything. I heard something else from among the rest of the noise. It was the soft sound of someone playing the piano. As the man led me to a table, I scanned the crowd, and for the first time I noticed that space had been cleared at center. There, a graying man, nearly dressed in a tuxedo, sat at the grand piano. Part of me wanted to go up to him and tell him how pointless it was to play against this racket, but perhaps it would have been seen as rude. When we finally found a clear table, the man pulled out a chair and motioned for me to sit down. "Hang on there for a moment, I gotta look at your friend. You like jalapeno poppers?" Jalapeno? It sounded like one of those words my mother had berated the staff for using when I was tempted to say no, but politeness demanded. I go with it, as it were. "I guess so," I replied, trying to keep the distaste out of my mouth. "Right," the man said. Then he walked into the crowd. Am I lagging again? No.
No, that's not it. I alerted an enemy.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's not good. That's no good. Chat asks, why isn't he not asking about the fingerprint next or the missing finger? He's an open guy.
He is. He has to be, you
He's an
know.
open guy. Chat also asks, he went to high school? John Marsh did go to high school, though he may think he did not. He did go to high school. I mean, it's kind of what you have to do legally. I don't think Marsh is smart enough to get his GED.
Yeah, man. I mean, he probably just paid through it, you know.
I mean, knowing his smarts, it was probably an easy time.
You know, I have to agree with you there. All right, well, this run is busted. Let's just go.
Probably graduated at the top of his class in Harvard. considering no one else was in his class. Well, like top of his class in the
Yeah.
Navy.
Well, that is a good question. Did he go to college?
It's a great question. I mean, since college costs like a nickel, maybe.
Yeah, well, so when would he have gone to college? Like the late 60s, early 70s?
I mean, he would have been in Vietnam during that time, so I don't think he would have been in
That's
college.
That's true. So probably mid 70s.
What the hell? That's terrifying. Why is there a giant space fish? Shit says.
No. They
But
just
he was in Vietnam, exactly. High school diploma. We're saying he fought in Vietnam, chat. We're up to date. We know our own lore.
we
Sometimes.
do. Yeah. Half the time. I'm not
Chat
stupid.
says, ah! Thank you, chat.
Yeah, the space fish, they are not nice.
He went to college in study abroad.
Yeah.
A
There
good thing
you
to
go.
do. You should do it.
Military college. It's a good
Military
point.
college. Murder college.
Oh, I'm about to do something stupid. Oh. Yes, very stupid.
Oh. Chat says Destiny. Destiny 2.
Destiny 2. What is happening? Jeez.
Oh, I think this crash landing is due for some novel.
Yeah. I would say so. Oh my goodness, look
No.
how freaking hurt this guy is.
Oh, that's fucked. You're fucked. I gotta be honest here.
Well, it was fun while it lasted, Oh my god, we're in space.
It was fun while it lasted. Now,
Oh
John
no.
continues.
John does
no.
continue. Do you see
John
this?
continues.
Do you see this?
Yeah, oh, what the hell?
Okay. Yeah, so there are fun things down there, but I don't know how to get to them, right? Because if you try to dive down too far, there's like this current that pushes you back up. Also, there are jellyfish.
This is not going well.
No,
This is not going well.
it's really not.
There's jellyfish?
Yeah, jellyfish.
Ah. I was excited for jellyfish.
This planet is impossible to do anything on because your jetpack just doesn't work. Oh, my ship's over there now.
Now, chat.
Yes, let's get back to it.
John continues. Who was this man? That was my first question. He seemed to know me, and he did seem strangely familiar. Oh no. This is not good.
What, the book or the game? Hello?
Chat, they're theorizing.
Oh, what do they theorize?
Is that his dad, Papa Marsh? We'll see.
Oh, good question. Very good question.
Is that his dad, Papa Marsh?
Yeah, it's a good question. You'll see.
I had a lot of friends in high school. It was hard to pick his face out of the crowd. Admittedly, I zoned out for a moment while trying. There's just something very interesting about the pianist. Am I lagging really bad?
I didn't think you were, are you?
You answered the question about his dad, I think. I think a minute after I asked it. I don't know if my leg is bad.
Ah. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. It's not really good, is it? Can you hear me?
That's no good.
No, it's
Hold
not.
on a second, chat. We're gonna do some guerrilla recording here.
You can tell we are professionals.
This podcast happens no matter what, chat. Rain or shine, sleet or snow. or dead babies. We're still having the podcast.
Yeah. Although, where you would... Oh, okay, am I just stuck? I'm just stuck. Okay. Okay. How do you like that? I've got to wait for another tornado to come. Or maybe they're hurricanes. I don't know, chat.
Am I now up to speed with speaking? Am I still as laggy?
Oh man, your microphone is not good. But I think you're fine
Well, this is all I have.
lag-wise. I think you're fine lag-wise.
You know what? We'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
Potato mic, whatever.
Yeah.
It's all about the potato mic.
It is. It's true.
Chad says yes, question mark. Chat, listen. Don't flame my AirPods like that. To continue the chapter, though. His
Yes.
movements were slow, tired, but what I could hear of his music was quite beautiful. It was very easy to zone out to. It was as I was looking over at him that I noticed he had a shackle around his leg. That didn't seem right. I strained my eyes to get a better look, but no matter I did, no matter what angle I tried to consider it from, there was no other conclusion to make. That man was shackled in place. I would have to ask my host about that, or should I? Maybe it was better to just cut my losses and run back to the car. What were the chances he was being friendly to me as a trap? Was this the IRS's work? Had they already put a line on the universe? You didn't seem too interested in poppers, so I got you bagel bits instead, the man's voice. It was too late now. I'd have to play along. The man put a couple of plates and cups down on the table and sat across from me. Is something the matter? He asked. He must have seen me staring over at the piano. Ah, he said. That's Gerald. Do you like his music? Why is he chained up?
Kenny, you're very quiet.
I'm very quiet.
You're very quiet.
Ah!
Oh no.
Am I louder now?
Not hugely. Let me...
This is awful.
Yeah. And I can't raise the volume anymore.
Is this better?
Ah. Yeah.
Is it the same?
It's kind of the same.
We'll take that.
Yeah. We get different kinds of technical difficulties every time, I think.
Chat says it's a bit better. Chat, I'm trying. I'm really trying. But I'm gonna put down at least $20 that everyone in my house is watching TV right now, and streaming just takes up like every megabit.
Ah, yes.
We get it. You love Ren more. I mean, that's expected. Yeah. It's expected. I mean, I didn't ever think I was the golden child.
Oh no, it's not stopping.
You're flying into the sun.
Yeah, but it's on purpose, kind of.
I don't think so.
Well, no, see, there's a station orbiting the sun. I just need to
That's
time
a bad idea. Why would somebody do that?
it. You know, that's what I'm here to find out.
Well, at the moment,
Time to...
I'm going to continue
Yes.
attempting
Time to burn alive.
to read. Then John asked, "Why is he chained up?" The man looked at me, then pushed one of the cups of punch closer to me. "Have a sip," he said, "and you'll understand." I tried to stall a bit, but I choked as the man looked at me intently. It wasn't a menacing stare, however. I could see genuine friendliness in his expression. Against my better judgment, and with few other options anyway, I drank. The punch tasted quite nice, actually. It was cranberry with a hint of mint. For a few moments, the man said, A few months ago, Gerard performed in town. It was the final show of his last tour, ever. A month later, there was an earthquake nearby. You know,
Oh,
we don't
well, too
get too
late.
many earthquakes around here. What are you doing with the sun?
I flew into it.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, go on.
I didn't really remember any earthquakes recently, but I have been known to be a heavy sleeper. I'm a heavy sleeper, I said. Aren't we all, man? Anyway, it was obvious
Canyon?
to me that a few of my friends who had seen the show going on, maybe the whole universe together, man. We're keeping it safe. Just listen.
Canyon?
Go over the crowd. Hadn't
Oh,
gotten
no.
any louder though, just more intense. Music seemed different too.
Oh no, Canyon, you're cutting
Oh.
out a lot.
How am I cutting out this bad?
I don't know. It's never happened before, has it?
Because I'm. No, well, the thing is right, like, chat, we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive. I'm on my phone, on data, right?
Ah.
There should be no lag because it's data.
Mm.
I'm losing my big bucks right now for the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good.
Well, it's not my big bucks, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know.
Too much family using the internet, man. Yeah,
Probably.
this is just horrid. It's horrid.
Yeah.
What can I say?
So what are we gonna do?
We're gonna keep going, Ren.
We're gonna keep going. Okay.
We have 3 pages left.
I like that attitude.
Let's see how it gets. Have Ren read? No, we're trying, Marcos. We're trying.
Yeah.
If I cut out again, we can change it up or whatever.
Yeah. You can stream instead.
Maybe it's just Twitch. No, I'm cutting out for Ren. That's the thing, Chad. I think, honestly, it may be a combination of The Outer Wilds and streaming,
Oh? You think it's the Outer
or my
Wilds?
internet being bad, or both.
Do you want me to stop the Outer Wilds?
Yeah.
I can always play something else.
You're in a volcano right now?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. The lag is bad.
The lag is bad. Okay. Let's quit. I can do
Are
something
you in a
else.
volcano right now?
I'm in a volcano right now, yes. Oh, well, that's
I
a
was
shame.
asking, and it just didn't happen. I tried to clarify. I'm like, you're in a volcano right now? And I just got no response.
Ah, can you hear me now?
Well, I can.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you fine.
Chat, 1, 2.
Yeah, chat, can you hear him?
Chat, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I dying? Am I crying? I'm crying, that's for sure. That's for certain.
Sakram Salma says 12.
Chat 12.
We love you. Don't cry.
Oh, I'm crying.
You know what? That's very reassuring. Sakram Salma, I was on the verge of tears.
Well, he meant 1, 2, not 12.
Ah,
That makes sense.
so you know
Chat, you're
what?
smart.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid.
We hear Kev. Alright,
Awesome. I will
the
have
show
to,
must go on.
have to find a different game.
Well, we're almost done. So,
That's true. Should I just get into MS Paint?
why not?
You know what? Not MS Paint. Paint.net.
Your obsession.
You know what? Game of the day, it's Paint.net. What am I going to do
We'll
in
see.
Paint.net? I don't know. Can you guys see it?
Chat saying, woo.
Alright. You get to see the full extent of my drawing abilities now.
Oh, they can see it.
Awesome.
Alright, well. He stopped talking, and it was the strangest thing. Could suddenly hear the music over the crowd. It hadn't gotten any louder, just more intense. The music seemed different, too. It sounded deeper, richer. It seemed to ebb and flow with the spirit of the crowd. Something about that thought seemed very familiar. Then it hit me. Mr. Jenkins? I asked. The man laughed. Nobody's called me that for a while now. Don't you teach music at the school? Again, not for the while. They kicked me for some bogus reason. His voice suddenly gained an uncharacteristic intensity. My students want to play at their full potential. I need to open their minds. Why can't the school board just accept that? If I get it if they don't want to listen to Kesey, he's an acquired taste, but how can you just brush aside Leary like that? We sat in silence for a few minutes, listening to the earthly music. Eventually, Mr. Jenkins seemed to have calmed down. Well, he said, I assume you came here for another reason than to see me. What brings you to the farm? Shamefully, I had gotten so into the music that I'd nearly forgotten my purpose. It took a moment to rack my brain before I remembered. Oh, right, I came to speak to the guideman, your guidesman, whichever one you have. Questions. He looked at me with mild concern. Don't take it the wrong way, but weren't you a narc last I heard? Narc, that means police officer, right? Yes, I said. Nobody can fool me with secret words. Mr. Jenkins just laughed. I know that's something I always appreciated you, John. You're very honest. Like that time you broke into my specialized magazine drawer. You fessed up right away. He trailed off, an absent-minded smile on his face. Anyway, fair to say, man, but you can't talk to him. Why not? Well, the thing is, they never found his body. We still haven't appointed a new one yet. We probably shouldn't get around to it soon. Otherwise, the council will appoint a new one for us. But the time doesn't feel right, you know? Oh, I said. Another dead end. At least I found one that there's been a guidesman here, so the mystery pattern's been established. What was that about a council? Before you have questions, maybe I can answer them? Kind of our de facto guidesman, if I do say so myself. You don't work for the IRS, right? Of course not. Because they've been following me for a while. I think they're moving to stage a coup. But I can't entirely be sure how or why. He's thinking they're staging a coup now.
You know, what's he gonna think next? Anything, that's what.
A coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat, yeah. You know, President Reagan, I think he was president then.
We're talking the 70s, right?
80s, this should be, right?
80s. Then it would be Reagan. The IRS is going to overthrow President Reagan.
They are. Well, so thinks John.
Yeah. And so John says, I think they've been moving to stage a coup, but I can't be entirely sure how or why. Man, that's heavy, I can assure you. If an IRS agent were to so much as step through that door, they would turn to ash, like a vampire. I nodded. Good. It's an interesting thought. Maybe the stories of vampires have been inspired by the prehistoric IRS. They have existed for a long time, as anyone seems to remember. Anyway, this is where not having any definite questions would be bad. I would have to be more general, though. Thoughtful, probing in nature, though. Do you know who killed Marissa Shulman? I asked. Shulman. Now, hold on. I've heard that name before. He looked up for a moment and said, I can't say who killed her. I didn't even know she was dead, but I do know that at some point she was a lover of one of the guidesman's ambassadors. Where can I find him? Well, he's retired now. I can get you the address, but I'm just warning you, he's a weird guy. I know I seem normal, but I think I can handle weird. Mr. Jenkins nodded. Okay then, he said. Do you have any paper? I pulled out one of the index cards from my pocket as he pulled a pen out from his. I handed it to him and he began writing. After a few minutes, he stopped. Wanted to take the card, but he didn't quite seem finished. Did you hear that? He asked. I listened and something felt wrong. Something was missing. There was a commotion building. What was it? I asked. He didn't answer. He just stared intensely into the crowd, followed his gaze, and saw the pianist slumped over the piano, unmoving. Several people were poking and pushing him. He didn't react. Then, all hell broke loose. And that is where we end chapter 11.
That's good because I just drew an amazing tree.
Oh, a wonderful tree, Ren. Wonderful tree.
This is all I've done. It's amazing.
Chat says-
right?
Wait, he has the whole plot is linked to the government? You never know. Never know.
Whole plot is linked to the government.
Yeah, you never know.
There
Well,
you go.
Ren, I gotta say, what an interesting turn. There is an actual plot. There's been a plot this whole time, chat.
Kind of,
You
yeah.
just- You're distracted by the fingers and the IRS.
Yeah. Gotta think it through, right?
You were distracted by my chapters. You didn't look at Ren's chapters for the plot.
Yeah. We'll go with that. Does this mean now, seeing as you did one chapter, despite me, do I have to do a chapter now that's just completely filler? Like,
You think my chapters are filler? The IRS chapter was filler? That was beautiful writing.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean
I
is,
know, I know.
the whole side stuff.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
believe
of
there's a
course.
goddamn plot in my stupid Detective Man story. Well,
You never know.
I'm very sorry to disappoint you, Dr. Kip.
Sorry, Doc. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Chat. Any questions for the author, for the stream, for my family, for their bad Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Any questions? This was a very interesting episode, to say the least.
To say the least, an interesting episode. I mean, you could call it interesting. You could also call it like batshit crazy.
Yeah. That
Chat
too.
says heart.
Yeah, I think they're a few minutes behind, or
Heart.
something.
Well, of
Oh,
course they're a
man.
little behind because of stream lag. I'd like to thank you for your service and entertaining us tonight.
Oh, no problem there.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, we try our best most of the time. I mean, half of the weeks we're very unentertaining. The other half of the weeks, Ren writes the chapter. So,
I don't know, Kenyon. I think there was quite a bit of uproar, regarding the finger chapter. That was pretty entertaining.
the finger chapter was quite an uproar. The IRS chapter, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The introduction of the IRS, that was pretty
Yeah.
important.
Pretty important. And I was thinking before I started reading. I did write those, chat. Yep, that's why I was making fun of them. We're 11 chapters deep, 11 weeks. We've been going at this for a long time.
Yeah.
And chat, we wanted to warn you. It's not ending soon, but it will end.
Yeah.
There is an ending. Not that we have one planned,
No, not really.
but it could happen at a point.
It very well may.
Very well way. I just messed up my speech. Chat says no.
Oh, are we just gonna keep
No.
going then?
Never. Well, I guess then we're just slaves to the machine. We'll be like Marvel and just pump out crap.
Yeah. We're gonna have to serialize the book, though.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Sounds great. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. Thanks for
Yes.
coming down to the podcast land. Thanks for spending your Monday nights with us. And
Yes, thank you very much.
we'll catch you guys around.
See ya. Oh, books
Howdy.
will have to be burned and buried.
Oh, it will. They will.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna
Cool.
do this like Qin Dynasty China.
Yeah. This is a terrible novel, and you all should go do something better with your time.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Have a good night, and we will see you probably in a few minutes. So long.
Probably.